True peace, kins and friends. I am QueeRaOopoo NoopooH, a member of Known Science. I would like to do a recap, an update of what has been taking place the past couple of days, starting from last week, on April 30th. As we now know about the American General Michael Langley, head of AFRICOM, and his involvement in the 19th attack on Captain Ibrahim Traore, which was done from the attempted coup assassination headed by Ivory Coast. With that being said, Nigeria have opened its doors to AFRICOM to talk about their national security problems, which shows now in 2025 the crime rate is 66.2, consisting of cybercrime, insurgency, kidnappings, communal clashes of violence involving herders and farmers, Christians being killed by terrorist group Boko Haram, which was funded by USA, Muslims and Christians clashing. And we all know all the damage that organization has caused, which is why President formed Doge to find where all the money was being allocated to away from its citizens. Okay. Now, with that being said and done, I would like to say that I did record the video, but somehow it stopped in the middle of me doing the video and it started over. So what I would like to do is I would like to do the readings from the spread where I left off. Okay, so the first card that had popped up in my reading during the first video I did was the February 5th, 1962 card. And it reads, New Beginnings. That's right, new beginnings. No more corruption. No more control over Burkina Faso and its leaders in the West African states. Noonaboo New Year, 7 planetary alignment powers, which are consciousness. Yes, there is a consciousness awakening that's taking place. Intuition. Everything is being done from an intuitive aspect. Communications. They are setting up all type of forms of communication where Ibrahim can have his ears to the ground of what's going on around him. More love is coming. More love is being showed towards the people, showing that they will no longer tolerate control from the West. As far as war is what the West is trying to start between Ibrahim Traore, is because they don't like the idea that he's standing on business without the need of receiving their help. justice is coming. Yes, justice is coming. They're going to receive. They're going to receive what's due to them. They're receiving their karma because they are being caught at every turn of them planning of them trying to do something to throw Ibrahim off of his square, but it's not working. Karma and groundings. They're being exposed. Being exposed. All the spies are being caught, arrested. Okay, Aquarius, Uranus, upheaval energy. Yes, there's a lot of upheaval energy that has come out of what's occurring in Burkina Faso, with all of the people coming together and standing in solidarity from all races and African people from all over the world protesting peacefully. They mean that they are not going to tolerate any of this anymore. All the ill treatment they have been receiving, being called poor, a poor country. But when they was asked to leave, they don't want to leave. Why they don't want to leave? So they ain't all that poor. They just want to be greeted within their confines of controlling the country with resources that their country need. It don't work like that. Not anymore. Community, yes. Communities is rising from all aspects, different areas. You even had Europeans protesting. Logical, yes. Everything is being done from a logical and reasonable standpoint. Yes. And as this card being February 5th, 1962, which breaks down the knowledge of NoopooH, which deals with power forces of nature, sound right reasoning. Everything is being done within reasoning. For all this to come in play as far as Ibrahim Traore moving forward with taking back the resources from the West. Detached. They have detached themselves from the West. And the West is furious and panicking at the moment. Destruction. They have been causing destruction for years in African countries. But this time around, this particular country, as well as Nigeria, Mali, and Chad, none of that anymore will occur. And the destruction is going to fall on their heads. Yes, self-destruction, that is. And when a year, this is that year. February 5th, 2025 has come. And in passing, that marks the year, the date, and for this year, the cataclysm that will take place. But as of now, different cataclysms are occurring in other aspects. You have mental mental cataclysms that's taking place that's causing a stir and uproar in the West. You got the cataclysm of what the West will not accept anymore. And I'm speaking of the people of Burkina Faso. They're not accepting anymore of the mistreatment as a people. Yes, the mental birth has come. It's taking place. The mental birth to take back its resources and to stand as one and fight for what's rightfully theirs without the influence of the West. Yes, this is the NoopooH year. Excuse me. This is the NoopooH year for that resurrection. Second card that I had pulled up in the first reading I did, it was Mercury messenger card. In the reverse. Messages, communication, reason, mathematics, education, writing, publishing, predictions, prophecies, teaching, merchandise, business, commerce, trading, messenger of the orbs, gods, deceit, travel, news, printing, smart, intelligence, profanity, clumsiness. Okay, messages. Messages are coming from different networks that Ibrahim have set up within the government, within his presidency, to receive information, to keep the, the information he's receiving that's helping to keep the people safe. Communication. The messages that he's receiving actually is coming from the orbs that's guiding him under protection of the orbs, the true stars, the true suns. And this is an orb right here. Mary, Auntie Mary in the building. Mercury as of today. Reasoning is being restored, because Noon science deals with knowledge, wisdom, understanding, sound right, reason. Mathematics, education. Education has been given back to the children. Free education, that is, which, resulted in more schools being built. Writings, publishing, predictions, prophecies, teaching. Yeah, teaching the people how to become self-sufficient. They want to be self-sufficient. It was just that the presidents that was ruling them in the past before Sankara wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing because they was puppets for the West. Merchandise. All products is made in the country. They don't have to outsource their products from other countries. Everything is for and made by the people within their country. As far as business, all trade dealers have been kicked out of Ghana, dealing in the aspect of trading gold. No more of that is being done. So Ghana is also taking back their resources, commerce, trading. As far as trading, Morocco was looking on the sideline when Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali separated from ECOWAS. And ECOWAS mean economic states of West African states. Economy of West African states, sorry. Message of the orbs, the gods. That's this planet Mary, Auntie Mary, true sun, true orb. Deceit, there's been plenty of deceit coming from the West as far as how they wanted to be in control of the resources by restoring their soldiers in the regions of these countries under the guise of national security, but the whole time they stealing resources. No more of that. Travel, yes, it's going to be a lot of travel going back to the motherland. Oh yes. News printing, as far as news, a lot of the propaganda news and Burkina Faso have been kicked out. So it's a lot of smart intelligence being used at the moment. And as far as clumsiness, the West is being real clumsy in what they are trying to do. And they are failing at every attempt. The next card that popped up was Zentu and Zenta in the upright. These brand new god and goddess who are responsible for all reproductive organs in animals, mammals, insects, reptiles, and mankind from Java Island and the volcanoes underneath. These are colony-driven powers as well as reproductive aggressive powers that promote conception, life, birth, money, spiritually, economically, etc. Similar to its countercard. Okay. So if this card was in reverse, it would mean stoppage of its positive powers. But because it's not in reverse, everything on this card is taking place. So therefore you have the mentioning of Java Island. Java Island is the location where mankind was created. And mankind consists of the straight-haired races of people, as far as the Phoenician race, Mongolian race was the Chinese. The Phoenician race will basically be the East Indians. You have the Arabs, and basically they fall under that group. As far as the mankind race, I'm sorry. And then you have the European race. Okay, so in Java Island, the Europeans extracted from the Phoenician race. And they came out as the albinos. That's for another video. And also, if you want more information on that, you could check out YouTube channels that would be listed in the description box, where you can download the PDF books and also purchase the books. Okay, now back to Java Island. Java Island is located in Indonesia, but in Java Island, surrounding the outskirts and what sits in the middle on Java Island is what's known as the ring circle of fire. And surrounding the circle ring of fire is volcanoes. So if all them volcanoes erupt at the same time, when the cataclysm really come on the aspect of a geological aspect, all the surrounding locations will burn up. So these are colony-driven powers as well as reproductive, aggressive powers that promote conception, life, birth, money, spiritually, and economically. And that's what's taking place. So it would be conception of more life, beautiful babies that will be born in a positive environment with no more crime existing, no more suffering. It would be life, because we represent life as a race, and the Europeans, the mankind, represent, as well as the Caucasians, they represent death. And that's the spell that they have put on us. The spell of death. Money, because more investments will be made. Having access and control over your gold reserves makes countries rich, especially in the motherland. So it would be also promotion of spiritually and economically wonderful. Wonderful. Last card that I pulled up, which was in the upright, was the Sabiism card. True star worship, admiration of the true stars, controlling gods of the cosmos, visible image of the invisible creator, grower of the universes, father of all, supreme knowledge and power, self-created, heat of the world, healer. Okay. So basically you have, okay, true star worship, that will go back to us paying homage and following the information that the whole orbs have to relate to us. Going back to receiving and, going back to connecting ourselves with the cosmos, the planets. Because that's what we are. We are the gods and goddesses of the cosmos. The visible image of the invisible creator. That's us. We are the grower of the universes. Go back to the father of all. Supreme knowledge and power, and that would fall in line of us all accepting Noon science, which is our African spiritual philosophy science. dealing with the positive forces of nature that's going to help us align ourselves with all the elements, the positive elements of nature. Self-created. Self-created, basically self-creating ourselves to be intelligent, because that's what we're going back to. We are going back to intelligence. No more belief, because belief just infers doubt. It just means you don't know. A heat of the world, which means that the planet will heat up when we rise at the top of the SMAT order, which the SMAT circle, space, matter, and time, when we will be living in hotter temperatures in the motherland. Healer. Yeah. We also will return back to being healers. That's the Sabiism card. So we have the February 5th, 1962 card in reverse. So all these cards right here basically is showing how we are in the mental birth year. The mental birth year, which all messages, communication is all falling in line as far as what needs to be done. Then we have the Zen-2 and Zen-Ta, which is basically breaking down what will befall mankind and where they will return back to, which is from whence they came, which is from the Lake of Fire, the Java Island in Indonesia. And we will also be returning back to Sabiism, which is the worship of the orbs. Okay, that includes that part of the reading. And the second card, when I pull the second card, which I read from the Secrets of the Ancestors, I've already pulled that card, and the card that came out was in the upright, was the Root of Fire, risk it all. And what I would do is I will read what it says. Okay. Root of Fire. Yes, you can make it happen. It is safe for you to feel beyond your usual limits. Embrace your personal freedom and follow your passion. That is what is happening right now. The people of Burkina Faso is embracing their freedom and following their passion to be free from the West. If you are an advocate for social issues or an activist, let your voice be heard. That's also what's happening. They are advocates. They are standing up for social issues that they are no longer dealing with, but are correcting by letting their voice be heard. No more control from the West. All root and plant spirits are messengers. The root of fire, also called the African dream root, is an indication to move ahead. This plant sister wants you to explore your passions with enthusiasm. And that's also occurring. There's so much enthusiasm to the point where so many people is coming coming together because they are enthused. It's like they are really enthused, and they are happy with what is going on in Africa, because a lot of people have waken up. A lot of people are seeing that what the West has been doing have been wrong. So they no longer feel obligated to accept what they have to bring to the table, which is mental slavery. No more of that. Ancestral memory. African dream root was instrumental in helping goddess warrior Queen Mother Nanny and the Maroons in Jamaica in their fight for liberation. African dream root is also used by the Xhosa people of South Africa for lucid dreaming and in spiritual initiations. Ancestral medicine. Stop tiptoeing. Your ancestors were brave in ways that you cannot even imagine. Acknowledge their lessons of courage within your own journey. And that's what we are seeing. See, for so long, the people of Africa have been tiptoeing, and they have been kept quiet for so long as far as all the ill treatment that they was receiving, that to the point where they have awakened the sleeping giants of change. And as I have read in my previous reading, that the revolution is being televised digitally and being videoized, because we're doing the videos about it. So there you have it. You have and the journey is still taking place. So the journey is in motion. They have acknowledged their lessons of courage within their journey. They no longer feel the need to stay quiet. And the tarot correspondence of this card is the Page of Wands. Okay, let me show you what that